Today, we are diving into one of the most controversial moves in the recent Indian history, the abrogation of Article 370 and why many consider it unconstitutional. Article 370 was a special provision in the Indian constitution that granted the region of Jammu and Kashmir significant autonomy. It allowed the state to have its own constitution, flag, and control over internal matters, except defense, foreign affairs, and communications. The special status was meant to protect Kashmir's unique identity and political rights. But on August 5, 2019, the Indian government revoked Article 370, effectively ending Jammu and Kashmir's special status. The state was split into two union territories, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, bringing them under direct central control. Here's where the controversy begins. Under Article 373 of the Indian Constitution, the President may declare Article 370 inoperative, but only on the recommendation of the Jammu and Kashmir Constituent Assembly. Since the Constituent Assembly dissolved in 1957 without making such a recommendation, many legal scholars argue that Article 370 became permanent in practice. Its revocation in 2019 was unconstitutional because there was no valid body left to recommend its removal. Not only that, in 2019, the State Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir was also not functioning. It had been dissolved in 2018 by the Governor of Jammu and Kashmir. There was no elected body to represent the people of Jammu and Kashmir. The government used the Jammu and Kashmir's governor to give consent on behalf of the people of the Kashmir or State Assembly. Many legal experts argue this violates the Indian Constitution's own requirements. Also, the removal of Article 35A, which protected land rights of residents, potentially opens the door for outsiders to buy property in Kashmir, raising fears of demographic change and dilution of Kashmiri identity. For Kashmiris, this move ignored their distinct identity and political aspirations. Right after the abrogation, the region went into a strict lockdown. Internet services were suspended for months, in some areas over a year, making it the longest internet shutdown ever in a democracy. People were cut off from family members, doctors, and emergency services. Students could not access online education or exam results. Businesses could not operate digitally. Thousands of people, including politicians, activists, lawyers, students, and minors, were detained without formal charges. The Public Safety Act, which allows detention without trial for up to 2 years, was used extensively. UN experts described these detentions as arbitrary and politically motivated. Security forces used pellet guns, tear gas, and rubber bullets during protests, especially in South Kashmir. Human rights groups, including Human Rights Watch, called on India to stop using pellet guns on civilians. For many Kashmiris and observers, this abrogation wasn't just a legal misstep. It's a betrayal of the region's trust and a blow to its autonomy.